Good evening. Welcome once again to LifestyleEvolution.com. My name is B Wise, and tonight I want to talk about two concepts: skill set versus non-skill set. So, what are these two concepts? Well, as you ponder things in life, I figured out it really just boils down to skill sets: what you can do, what you can provide, and how good you can provide that type of service. So, how do we acquire the skill sets that we want in life? Well, first we have to realize that where there is a skill set deficiency somewhere in our learning, maybe, or in our abilities at the moment, but it's a small deficiency because we're aware of it, right? We're aware of the skills that we have at the present moment. But on the opposite side of that, there's the non-skill set. There's the skill sets we want to acquire. And this is where the gap lies. This is where we have to put in certain work to get this skill set. Like the skill set you might have now, let's say you might have the skill sets in sales. You might have the skill sets in plumbing. You might have the skill set in electricity. You know what those skill sets are, and they're only going to bring so much money. So, on the other side of the equation, you say, well, I want a skill set that's going to pay me a lot more money. So, how do I acquire that skill set? And here's where the problem lies, because many businesses, many people are selling you a business in the box. They're saying you don't need to have a skill set. You have this business in the box. And all you have to do is open this box up and start executing on this business. And you try that and you say, well, why doesn't it work? Why is such and such having all the success, all the aptitudes and the luck, and he's just getting everything done. You're not getting nothing done. So you're like, why is it not working? It's because you do not have the skill set required to run that business. And there's a little play being made on your psychology a little bit, because they know a certain person made this business in the box. He knows that it takes a certain person to figure this out. And by the time you figure it out, your money's gone. You don't have the skill set that the business in the box promised. So now you're just out of your money. So I was thinking there has to be another way to do this. And there's really truly only one way, and that is to acquire the skill set. You gotta go from the non-skill set side to the skill set side. And this is doable. It takes time, and you're gonna have a learning curve for this. And I know this stuff seems simple, and it seems, be wise, this is so simple, I already know this. Well, if you knew this, then you would have the results you want if you knew this. But you have been overlooking the skill set part of it. You have been sweeping the skill set part up under the rug. You're not putting in the repetition to get it done. And I mean, I got an example here, just like this book. I can't find it right now, but I got so many books. But okay, we got this book here. Let's say this book is Think and Grow Rich, because it's a popular book. And so Napoleon Hill put all this stuff in the book, and he put it in the book, and you bought the book. So why does everybody that buy that book do not become rich? It's because Napoleon Hill had the skill set to put all that stuff in the book. He put other people's skill sets in the book, what they did, how they did it. Even though there are universal principles in there, it still will not work for you, because, well, parts of it will not work for you, because That book came out in a different era. We're in a different era than we are now, than they were in. We're in a different era now. Era. ERA. And the same things don't apply. And everybody's not the same. So the real smart person with this book, he's going to read this book and he's going to create his own way. He's going to take bits and pieces of the book and then he's going to implement it into his life, his skills. This is the only way. You have to acquire the basics. You have to go through these hoops. You have to learn the skills. That's the only way. Skills versus non-skills. Take a list. Write a list of all the skills that you have. Write another list of all the skills that you want to have. And see what it takes to get this skills on this other side. To move the non-skill to the skills side. And it won't be easy, but at least you can get started. You can get started and it will be exciting, it will be fun, it will be challenging. The fun part about life, there's always challenges, there's always obstacles. And the fun part is overcoming them and waiting for the next one. And this is how I see things. And I wasn't always a great speaker. I'm still learning to become a great speaker, but this is a skill set I wanted to acquire. So I went to Toastmasters. I said, hey, I want to learn how to speak. I want to learn how to communicate. And I started taking classes there. I started going every week. And now I can talk a little bit better. I have bypassed certain learning curves, part of the learning curve, but I still have a long way to go. And so I'm just giving you something to think about, mostly. And hopefully it made sense. But the main thing I want you to remember is you have to acquire the skill set to become that person. You have to become that person that has the skill set. There is no shortcuts in this, folks. There isn't. You can't buy stuff. You can't buy a business in the box and think it's going to work like that. It's not going to work like that. Use your brain. Think about it a little bit. Thank you. I'm B-Wise. That's my 2 cents, so to speak. I'm out.